Hello there. Today's episode is for small business owners who are juggling marketing, admin work, content creation, sales, all the things, and feel like you're always working but not moving the needle and growing the dollars coming into your business. I'm going to share a simple plan on how to focus on what actually makes you money in your small business in today's episode. Welcome to Grow My Business, Sales and Marketing Without Social Media Overwhelm for Small Business. Do you feel tethered to your phone like you're working for the algorithm instead of yourself? Are you missing real life while chasing likes that don't even turn into sales? But you don't really know what else to do to grow your business? Does social media make you anxious, frustrated, and or wondering if you're even cut out for this small business life? You are. You're just missing the right strategies and skills. Here, you'll learn real-life sales skills, simple marketing that actually works, and how to sell confidently without living your life online or on your phone. I'm Lindsay Fletcher, and I'm here to help you ditch the overwhelm and grow your business doing less but better. Let's reclaim your time, your sales, and your sanity, starting now. Welcome back to Grow My Business. I'm so happy that you're taking the time to join me for this episode. If you have been in the Screen Free Challenge already with me, this episode is going to help you use the time that you're gaining back each day wisely with actionable steps. If you're new to this podcast, or maybe you've missed the past couple of episodes and are just catching up, I'm hosting a 31-day screen-free challenge where I give you 31 days of sales and marketing activities that will actually move the needle. The challenge is designed to release you from all the hours that we all waste on social media scrolling, and give you valuable time back in your day so that you can build a business and a life that you love. So if you haven't joined the challenge yet, may I remind you, it is now the beginning of May. Well, we're a week in. And if you're a parent, your kids are about to be home for the summer in just a few short weeks. So you're going to need all the time that you can get to work and to be present this summer with your family. So go to screenfreechallenge.biz to join the Screen Free Challenge, the 31-day challenge where I send you all the goods for 31 days. All right, let's talk about how to stop spending your days reacting, and instead, let's start prioritizing the things that actually move your business forward. And if you're new to this podcast, no, I don't re-record when I say something. It's real life over here. We are all messy, and welcome to the Hot Mess Express. Anyway, most small business owners end up spending about 80% of their time on tasks that don't actually directly generate income in their businesses. So I'm going to ask you, if you're being really, really honest, do you fall into that 80%? Without a plan, our weeks get filled with reacting instead of selling. And most small business owners think that they have to do more and more and more and more for their businesses to grow. I'm here to tell you that doing more and more and more is a terrible strategy. It's a strategy that guarantees you'll be spinning your wheels in the mud out there, and you'll be burned out and exhausted. So let's work smarter, not harder. Let's do less, but better. Are you with me? You don't need to do more. You need to do more of the right things consistently. So first, let's talk about what is a revenue-generating activity. A revenue-generating activity is anything that leads to a sale or a follow-up that moves you closer to a sale. So let me give you a few examples. It could be reaching out to past or potential clients. It could be following up with leads. It could be asking for referrals. It could be having an actual sales conversation, right? Where you're evaluating, you're pitching your offer, all of those things. It could be sending an email with a clear call to action. It could be booking networking calls. Revenue generating activities do not include things like spending hours on Canva, tweaking your website, perfecting your Instagram bio, or scrolling social media. and if you've been around for any length of time, you know that scrolling social media is something that I used to do. I've taken social media off of my phone and I've gained back hours in my day. But I was using social media. I was getting onto social media and I was in my mind thinking I was going to post something, and I may have posted something, but then I would go down into a rabbit hole that then would waste upwards of 2, 3, 4 hours sometimes. And I was not actually doing revenue generating activities. I was scrolling and wasting my life. So what I want you to do first is I want you to identify your top 2 to 3 money making activities. So I want you to look at your past month or your past quarter and identify where your customers come from. Did they come from customer referrals or referral partners, like I talked about in episode 67, I think it is? Did they come from networking? Did they come from your social media post? Did they come from your email list or Google reviews, or they called you in your business? Where did your last month's or last quarter's worth of customers come from? What activities actually led to those sales? And then I want you to ask yourself this: if I did those activities, the ones that actually lead to sales, 3 more times or 4 more times this month, could I make more money? And the answer is likely a resounding yes. So here's what you're going to do with this information. Once you've identified the top 2 or 3 money-making activities, whether that's networking, it could be your social media, not likely you're in small business and the algorithm is definitely against us. But what are the top 2 to 3 money-making activities that you do for your business? Then you're going to choose those top 2 to 3 revenue generating activities, and you're going to block time in your calendar just for those. You have to make these activities a priority over everything else, meaning that those activities get put on your calendar and you do those before you do anything else on your list. You've got to commit to this for 1 month, and I want you to track it with your sales growth tracker. If you haven't grabbed your tracker yet, I'll link it in the show notes. You can go to lindsayfletcher.co/sales growth tracker to download it. It's the exact tool that I use to track sales and marketing activities and revenue generating activities in both of our businesses. So I'll send you the instructions on exactly how to use it. You can download it there. That's not the point of this whole episode. But listen, friends, there are things that in your business that you need to stop doing. My short list of things to stop doing is spraying and praying, sales and marketing things, meaning you have no real strategy. You just aren't tracking what you are doing, and you're just out there all willy-nilly doing all sorts of different things, and you're just hoping that something sticks, and you just keep doing this over and over and over. Spraying and praying is what I see a lot of small businesses doing because they're not tracking what they're doing and what is actually leading to revenue in their business. Revenue then turns into profit, and profit then turns into your income, right? So you following me? So here's what I'd like for you to consider in your list of your to-dos in your business. Does everything that you are doing lead to income? I want you to make a list of all of the things that you are doing in your business. Does all of those things, or do all of those things, all of those items actually need to be done? I want you to evaluate everything that you're doing. Does it make money? Especially your biggest time commitments. So does posting reels and stories and posts make you money? If it does, great, keep doing those things. But have you actually had sales from your social media activities? The answer is probably no. If you're not sure, you just need to track it. If it isn't making you money, then we stop doing it, right? Or maybe we don't stop doing it, we just do it less than we're doing it now, so we're not spending so much time on it. There are too many distractions in the small business world that we all live in, and it's time to focus on what really works in your business. Here's another example. Does the networking group that you attend every single week make you money? If you can't track income directly back to that particular networking group, then maybe it's time to eliminate that from your week. I'm not telling you to stop networking. Networking is one of my favorite activities in small business because it makes us money. If you can track actual income back to it, Jump in more. Get together with the members outside of your weekly meeting or your monthly meeting to build deeper relationships. It's all about the ROI, your return on investment. So no matter what activity it is, you should see a return on your investment of your resources, such as time and money. It's the time and the money that it costs you to do that activity, right? There should be a return on your investment of that time or of that money for you to continue doing the activity. Another thing that I'd like for you to consider, are there any business to-dos on your list that could be automated, put into a template to save you time, or batched weekly so that you get fast at getting that particular thing done as quickly as possible if you're the person that has to do those things, right? And then the last thing that I'd like for you to consider is what will happen if you stop doing something in your business. There are definitely things that you are doing that you could stop doing and nothing would happen. Ask yourself why at least 3 times to get to the root of why you are doing something in your business. Let me give you an example here. And I'm picking on social media here. I don't mean to be, but I see so many small business owners spinning their wheels, posting and posting and posting and doing stories and doing reels and spending all of this time on content creation when it's actually not returning anything into their business. It's just wasting their time, right? So let me give you the example. Let's go back to the 3 whys. Why is it important that I post on social media? So the answer might be because small businesses have to be active. They have to have active social media accounts, or everyone posts on social media, right? And then the next question could be something like, well, why do small businesses have to be active on social media? Well, the answer to that might be to make people aware of my existence. I have to make people, by being on social media, I'm making people aware of my business and what we do. Well, the next question then could be, why do I need people to know if my business exists? Well, the answer to that would be, right, because you need customers, you need to make sales. So then when you get down to that answer, it's time to ask yourself, does posting on social media 21 times or more per week, I'm making up numbers here, but I'm thinking like 7 stories, 7 reels, and 7 posts, does posting all of that actually make me sales? Can I actually track a customer back to my social media posts, reels, or stories? Or did that customer actually come from networking or from your referral partners, and then they looked you up on social media? I'm picking on social media here, but the truth is that you need to do this with all of your sales and marketing activities. Ask yourself, why am I doing this activity? And then ask why 3 to 5 more times and get to the real root of what it is that you're trying to do. And it's with our sales and marketing activities, it's to make income, right? So the ultimate question is, does this actually make me money? I don't want you out there spinning your wheels and doing too many things, because I know hustle culture tells us, I know what it tells us, and I know the results of hustling harder and harder and harder and doing more and more and more. That's exhaustion, burnout, and resentment. And then it leaves you considering going back to corporate America or finding a job that will just pay the bills because you just can't work any more hours in a day. And it is very likely that there are just a few things that you can do in your business that will actually work. And so focusing on those few things will actually make you money and your business will grow. We grow sustainable businesses one real revenue generating task at a time. So this week, either pick your top 3 and prioritize those, or if you're not sure what your top 3 are, I want you to start tracking what you're doing back to actual sales, back to actual money coming into your business, and then narrow down your top 3 sales activities and then block the time out to do those for the next month. Again, if you need more time in your day and you are feeling tethered to your phone, I invite you to join the 31-day screen-free challenge at screenfreechallenge.biz, and I'll send you 31 days of needle-moving sales and marketing activities. Now, it's literally the time to break free from your phone and put real strategy into action, especially with our kids coming home for the summer. That is literally right around the corner. Okay, that's enough. If you need help tracking your activities, go to lindsayfletcher.co/sales growth tracker and you can download that. I will send you instructions on exactly how to use it, but get to tracking your activities. Get your list whittled down of all the things that you're doing. Stop doing some of the things you're doing. Focus on the ones that are actually building your business. And I know that if you do more of what works, you'll have less time invested. All right, that's a wrap on episode 68. Can you believe it? We've made it this far. As always, I'm cheering you on to building a business and life that you love. I'm praying for you. I'm praying for your business, and I'll talk to you next week.